Demonstrating just how slowly things can move in the aviation world, Qantas's last Airbus A380 has finally been moved out of long-term storage. With the aircraft being parked during the pandemic, it spent a while at Victorville before being relocated to Abu Dhabi. The jet was more recently ferried to Qantas facilities in Los Angeles. Let's look at the history and status of this aircraft for today's video. As reported by Aero South Pacific, the Airbus A380 registered Victor Hotel Oscar Quebec Charlie, manufacturer serial number 022, departed Abu Dhabi for Los Angeles November 29th. Arriving back in Sydney on December 4th, the jet's return was such a big deal that Qantas put out a press release and offered many photos and videos connected to the aircraft's reactivation. Qantas says 100,000 hours of work along with a full cabin refresh was conducted to prepare the A380 to rejoin the international fleet. This has made it the largest maintenance check completed in Qantas's 105-year history. The A380's move was confirmed by Qantas International CEO Cam Wallace at the Facts conference in Sydney in the last days of November, and the ferry flight from LA to Sydney ends a 5-year-long saga when Qantas grounded its entire A380 fleet due to COVID travel restrictions and the severe downturn in travel. According to Planespotters.net data, when the pandemic and its travel restrictions hit, the A380, Oscar Quebec Charlie, was stored at Melbourne Airport for a little over a week at the end of March 2020. From April to late July 2020, it was stored at Sydney Airport, and then from July 2020 to May 2021, it was stored in Victorville in the United States. It spent about a month at LAX between late May and late June 2021, and then spent the rest of its long-term storage time at Abu Dhabi from June 2021 to late November 2025. While in Abu Dhabi, data shows that it was reconfigured from 64 business class, 35 premium economy and 371 economy seats to 70 business class, 60 premium economy and 341 economy class seats. The number of first-class seats, 14, remains the same despite the reconfiguration of other classes. The airline wants to keep the aircraft type in service through to the 2030s and thus wanted to update cabins to keep them competitive. The reconfiguration sees a reduction of some 30 economy class seats, or 10 rows, in favour of more premium seating in business and premium economy. This reflects the general trend where travellers these days are willing to pay more to be more comfortable on flights, particularly when flying long-haul. Aero South Pacific notes that Qantas has scrapped 2 of the 12 A380s it had taken from Airbus. When the world recovered from the pandemic, Qantas incrementally returned the remaining 10 to service starting from early 2022. Global supply chain constraints and a shortage of MRO slots are the main reasons for the lengthy process of getting Qantas's Super Jumbos back. Wallace told Aero South Pacific that this aircraft would return to service as an operational spare, telling the news website, "We'll fly it from time to time, but generally it'll be a spare, providing operational coverage." So, what do you think of the end of this chapter for Qantas? Are you glad to see its last A380 return from storage? Let us know by leaving a comment. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.